guys, it's Vani from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool and welcome back to my channel. So aside from what you're going to see today on my 6th graders curriculum choices, we also do a homeschool co-op once a week where she takes an IEW writing course and she has to create an essay weekly. They also give her vocabulary words where she has vocabulary tests weekly. She also takes drama, musical theater, and PE at her homeschool co-op. So here are her 6th grade curriculum choices. This is my 6th graders workspace. If you'd like a full video on our entire homeschool room, check out the link in the card above. This is where we keep all of her curriculum in her bins and some books here. So I'm gonna get you started and see what we use for her 6th grade curriculum. So the first thing we do every morning is our Bible. We do it together as a family, me and my 3 children. I'll show you the Bible itself. It's a girl's life application story Bible. It's really pretty. She got this a few years ago. It has different things for girls, different quotes. And I will link all of these books and the Bible and everything in the description box below. We also use these Word of Life Quiet Time Devotionals for 1 year. So she's using the 5th and 6th grade one. It's broken up into every day of the week. Up here you have your Bible verse, you have your question of the day, and then you have the verses broken up into smaller sections with something to read and then a question to answer. And then a prayer. It ends with a prayer. So we will pick our Bible verse from here. She will find it in her Bible and we will discuss it, and then she'll do it on her own. And then she has her prayer journal, which this is just a composition notebook where she will write her prayer request and the devotional and the memory verse of the day or the week in here. I also like to go into this Day by Day Kids Bible, which is written in the form of the message, but it's also a lot different. And it really puts things in easier language, so we'll take something that they are already learning and I will read it from here in plain language to really cement the lesson into their minds and into their hearts. And then I will sometimes read from this Everyday Graces, which is a child's book of manners. I'll read a little short story or poem, and then we'll discuss what it means and how we can apply it to our lives. So there's good morning, good manners at home, using words wisely, table manners. So it's kind of a character building thing that I go along with the Bible. Washing and dressing, caring for the elderly and the sick, getting along with others, good manners in school, good sportsmanship, writing letters and invitations, how to behave at church, weddings and funerals, kindness towards animals, and respecting our country. So there's our Bible. So what you see here is all the different things that we do for language arts. So our core curriculum is the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts Level 6 course book, which comes with a reader. It also has geography and grammar cards, which you store in these, which I'll go over with you. We also use this book for dictation. They're also doing pastels, and then I'll show you the others in a second. So the way this course works is like this. The first thing she does is practice her geography and grammar cards for 5 to 7 minutes. They are to be separated into 3 sliding Ziploc bags, but we got these from the Dollar Tree. And they are labeled Learning, Mastered, and Not Learned. So these are her not learned. These are her learning. And these are the ones that she's already mastered. So if you look at the cards here, the geography cards will have something labeled like the ocean or state or what country it is, and in the back it has the answer. These are the oceans, and then the grammar cards will have a question, and in the back you have the answer with an example. Okay, and then I'll show you the ones with the states and how the other cards go that she hasn't learned yet. This is the countries. Has a star on it, then she has to realize what country it is. So these don't have to be mastered all in 1 year. They're actually for levels 4 through 4 and above. Okay, the next thing she does is 1 lesson from this course book. I will definitely go ahead and make an in-depth review of the language arts course book, but just to give you a brief look, it covers spelling and challenging reading, where she will have vocabulary words, and then she has to read a whole section to me. They have words that are challenging. And this curriculum is really good, guys, because when we were doing our challenging words and she was in level 3 or 4, she was at that time at a 6th grade reading level. And then the next year, I think she went up to like an 8th grade reading level just by doing the challenging words and just using this curriculum. So it also has art projects that she'll have to do. So we were told to purchase some watercolor paper and some pastels. She took all of hers out, but these are her pastels, and she has a couple of other supplies like the art tape and stuff like that, but she's learning how to color in pastels and draw in pastels. So we just keep the art in this book so it can be like a little portfolio for her. We just started doing that. Certain lessons will call for her to read from her level 6 reader. If you're not familiar with the Good and the Beautiful, all of the stories are meant to be good and beautiful. The Good and the Beautiful also has its own library of books that are outdated and not sold in stores anymore, or if they are, they're very expensive. And when she has to read outside of this, she will often read from these books. And if you'd like to see all the books and learn more about the library, check the link in the card above. And then every day for spelling and dictation, we use this pretty little book here to have her write her sentences and her words inside. The Good and the Beautiful also has a typing program, which we expect to get through typing 1 and 2 this year. This is a page from lesson 1. If you'd like to see it in detail, once again, check the card, the link in the description above in the card. Okay. At times we'll take a break and we'll do creative writing. And I actually have a video of this too. Instead of posting 100 different cards above with every single review, I'm just gonna also at the end of this video post a link to all of my curriculum reviews. So I actually have a playlist you guys can check out that has all of this stuff, the majority of the things that I'm going to show you and more in a review. And if it's not there and you'd like to see it, please feel free to leave me a comment and I will make one for you. For math this year, we're jumping back and forth between primary mathematics B, so we can move on to primary mathematics 6A. This is also known as Singapore math, which is a little bit more advanced than your regular math. So 5B would be around your 6th grade math. But we are also jumping back and forth between this and Khan Academy. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Khan Academy, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it up right now. But first, I'd like to just give you a quick peek at this. Singapore math. This is the home instructor's guide. What it does is it gives you the lesson and how to teach it. Gives you examples, what to say, and just things for you to remember, and then it gives them the assignments as well as the answers, and then the workbook exercise answers are in the back of the book. And then Singapore math has 5A, 5B, and so like I said, this is 5B and it has a workbook and a textbook. So she'll first do a problem from the workbook. And a couple of problems, and then she'll stop, let's say there, we're just now jump to exercise 1, and she'll go in her workbook to exercise 1, and she'll complete that. Okay, so here you have your Khan Academy. And if you go into the grade level that your child is on, so I put here 6th grade, it has a whole bunch of lessons of 6th grade topics. So let's say we want to see all of the 6th grade courses. And let's say we want to learn about ratios, rates, and percentages. You can just click Get Started, and then it has a video and quizzes. It's a free online school.
We've got some apples here, and we've got some oranges, and what I want to think about is, what is the ratio about? A ratio is giving us the relationship between quantities of two different things. So there's a couple of ways that we can specify.
With science this year, if you saw in the beginning of the video, we had a science wall. I'll show it to you again. Here is our science wall for the Good and the Beautiful curriculum, and this is marine biology science, which we just finished up. So for the rest of her 6th grade year, this is the science that we will be using next. Alright, so here is her science. I just put a cover on that so we can see what it should look like. And we're going to be learning about energy. So we will be making a science wall in regards to energy, heat, light, and sound. Here's the table of contents, which you have what is heat, the sun, heat, and light. You have heat transfer, light and shadows, reflection, refraction, and absorption, sound waves, and pitch and volume. You have your vocabulary words here, which are going to be cut out and placed on the science wall. These are the supplies needed, which are a lot for this unit. Here are some optional read out loud storybooks. Then you have your lesson and your experimental sheets that you can photocopy, and then you can reuse them. There's lots of beautiful pictures. So once again, there'll be a review on this. And then in here, I haven't sorted these into binders yet because I couldn't find my hole puncher, and then I did find it. We are also going to be doing the maturation and sexual reproduction unit study, the kingdoms and classification unit study, and And if we have time, the human body unit study. If not, we'll use this for 7th grade. Even though it says K through 6, there are extensions for 7th graders. I also got this Usborne lift to flat periodic table, more for her to look in during her car rides and things like that. Since we haven't done chemistry, I just want to give her a look into the periodic table. This has a bunch of flaps and just for a little basic knowledge. I love this thing. It's the library, so we're totally going to have to buy it. Okay. Forgot to mention that to start off her day, she has this happy planner for teens, and she can write her things on the calendar, and then inside we'll write her lessons that she has to do. As part of our morning basket, we have this How to Make Money, What Do You Want to Be When You Grow Up handbook for teens, kids, and young adults. So she'll pick something that looks interesting and then she'll answer the questions. What is the profession called? What would the world be like if no one did this job? What is the person with the job expected to accomplish? Could you be good at this job? What kind of education do you need? How much money can this person make? So this is a good idea to kind of get her into the mind frame of what she could possibly want to be when she grows up. Last but not least, we have our Good and the Beautiful History curriculum. So this one is History 2. And here's your course book. I have a review on this, so I'm not going to go through it too much. But the way you teach every day is you have the Student Explorers, which are online. Child has to have a history notebook. There are auto recordings online. There are suggested read out louds. There's also student timelines. And there is a card game here, an Explorer and Settlers card game. There you go. Okay, and then you have the instructions on how to play. I guess this is a description. You also have your maps and images book that goes along with the curriculum. Lots of beautiful photographs, pictures, maps. Okay, and then you have a timeline here to put together, and some stickers. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, found it useful. For more homeschooling videos, curriculum choices, day in the lives, check out my other videos and my playlist, and hit subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.